All right, everyone, buckle up. We're going deep today. Our target, international. Specifically, what their presence at CES 2025 tells us about where they're headed. And you might be thinking, what's a trucking company doing at a consumer electronics show?
Yeah, it's not the most obvious fit.
Right. But stick with us. We've got internal memos, press releases, even newsletters, and together they paint a fascinating picture of international strategy.
It's easy to think they were just there for the gadgets, but it was way more strategic than that. International was looking for ways to apply that cutting-edge tech to their core business.
Okay, so let's unpack this. We've got this memo from Vinesh Rao, a strategy consultant at International who was at CES. He breaks down the key takeaways and connects them to International's 4 strategic pillars: culture and leadership, profitable performance, foundation for future, and sustainable impact.
And he's not just making vague connections either. Rao points to specific examples like Sony Honda Mobility's Afeela One, with that AI-powered voice assistant. He sees that as a model for International to build a customer-first culture. Maintenance, predicting problems, uptime.
And for a trucking company, that means
Happier customers.
and a healthier bottom line.
Absolutely.
So it's not cool tech for the sake of it. It's leveraging advancements to benefit both International and their customers. But Rao keeps going. He goes on about digital twins.
Virtual representations of physical assets. He thinks they're a game changer for International's manufacturing and supply chains.
I gotta admit, digital twins sounds a bit sci-fi. Could you break that down a bit?
Sure. Imagine a perfect virtual copy of your factory, every detail. You can run simulations, test scenarios, find bottlenecks, all before anything happens in the real world.
So they could basically optimize everything before a single truck even rolls off the line.
Exactly.
Incredible.
And that ties right into International's profitable performance pillar. Streamline production, reduce waste, minimize downtime, huge cost savings.
They're playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. So AI-powered vehicles for better customer service, digital twins for optimizing production. What else caught Rao's eye at CES?
Advancements in AI and robotics for faster vehicle diagnostics at dealerships.
That's a big deal for truckers. Less downtime means
More time on the road.
more earning potential.
Exactly.
Plus, AI diagnostics are super accurate, right?
Leading to better repairs, lower costs for everyone, a better customer experience all around.
It's a win-win. And it fits that customer-first idea perfectly.
Right. Rao seems really excited about how CES reinforces International's focus on these 4 pillars. It shows they're actively searching for the best ideas to move their business forward.
It sounds like CES wasn't just a fun trip for International. It was a targeted scouting mission for the future of trucking. But let's switch gears a bit. Let's talk about something else that happened around the same time as CES. International's annual dealer meeting.
Ah, yes, those Dealer of the Year awards. Always fascinating. Gives us a glimpse into the real-world impact of International strategy.
And these dealers are seriously impressive. It's not just about sales numbers. International is recognizing dealers who excel across the board. Part sales, service efficiency, customer experience, you name it.
That's important. It shows International isn't just about moving trucks. They're building a network that puts customer satisfaction first, long-term relationships.
Exactly. Like Lever International, the U.S. and Canada Dealer of the Year. They're all about being that one-stop shop. Need a truck, parts, service, they've got you covered.
And they do it all really well. Their customer satisfaction scores are through the roof.
Then you've got Wolfington Body Company, the IC Bus Dealer of the Year. They're leading the charge in electric bus sales and service. Huge right now, with cities and schools looking for sustainable transportation.
It shows how International's dealers are on board with those broader sustainability goals, not just selling buses, promoting a greener future.
And we can't forget Cajasa down in Mexico. They're crushing it with those S13 integrated powertrain sales.
That's a mouthful, I know.
It is.
Basically, it's a system that optimizes engine performance and fuel efficiency. Popular choice for customers wanting to save on fuel and reduce their environmental impact.
So Cajasa's success tells us International is making serious moves in the Mexican market and doing it with tech that benefits their customers.
Absolutely. These dealer awards aren't just feel-good stories. They're proof that International strategy is working. But we've only just scratched the surface. What's really exciting is that we have access to some of International's internal communications. Gives us a deeper look into their culture and priorities.
All right, let's go beyond the headlines then. Let's see what we can...
I'm always curious to see how a company's public message compares to what they're sharing internally.
Right, so we've got this UTS newsletter. It's like a window into International. What struck me was The variety. It's not all trucks and buses. You see everything from electric catering trucks for airports to updates on Project North Star, which is this huge initiative to modernize their internal systems.
That variety is really telling. It suggests International is thinking big picture about their business. Not just the core product, but their people, their technology, their overall sustainability.
Exactly. Like the electric catering truck for airports. It's a great example of International taking their expertise and applying it to new markets. Plus, it aligns with their sustainability goals. Airports are a major source of emissions, so electrifying ground support equipment is a big step.
It shows they're willing to think outside the box, find new solutions.
Right.
Now, Project North Star might not be as flashy as an electric catering truck, but it's arguably even more important long-term.
You talk more about that.
Of course! Project North Star is about modernizing International's back-end systems, their enterprise resource planning, performance management, the stuff that keeps a company running smoothly. By investing in this, International is setting themselves up for the future.
It's like building a stronger foundation, which of course ties into one of their strategic pillars.
Yeah.
But even beyond those big initiatives, the newsletter has all these little details that give you a sense of International's culture. Wellness tips, event announcements, employee spotlights. It paints a picture of a company that cares about its people.
That's so important. That kind of culture is essential for attracting and retaining talent. Shows International's more than just a job, it's a community.
It's those little things that can make a big difference. Okay, so we've got this internal newsletter showing us International's initiatives and their commitment to employees. Let's shift back to their public-facing stuff. Let's talk about the Executing the Priorities page on their website.
That page is basically a public statement of their commitment to those 4 pillars. And what's impressive is how everything they highlight aligns with the CES takeaways and the dealer successes we talked about.
Exactly. It's like they're saying, this is what we believe in, this is how we're doing it, and here are the results. It's a powerful message, shows real transparency.
Totally agree. They're not just talking the talk, they're walking the walk, integrating it into everything they do.
Let's break it down a bit. Under culture and leadership, they talk about empowering their workforce, being customer-centric.
And they're backing it up with things like leadership development programs, new tools to help employees understand customer needs.
Giving them the skills and resources to deliver those exceptional customer experiences.
Right.
And under profitable performance, they focus on operational excellence, financial discipline.
Investing in advanced manufacturing, streamlining their supply chain, optimizing pricing.
Smart, data-driven approach.
Absolutely.
What about Foundation for Future? How are they preparing for the long haul?
This is where their innovation really stands out. Investing in R&D, exploring autonomous driving, connected vehicles, partnering with industry leaders.
That's the exciting stuff. Autonomous trucks, connected fleets. The possibilities are mind-blowing.
It could revolutionize the industry.
But they're not just chasing shiny new tech trends, right?
Exactly. It's strategic. Choosing tech that aligns with their overall goals and values, like the sustainable impact pillar.
Right. What's their approach to sustainability?
It's multifaceted, reducing their environmental footprint, optimizing fuel efficiency, exploring alternative fuels, investing in electric and hybrid.
And it's not just about their own operations, right?
No, they're working with their suppliers too, promoting sustainable practices throughout the whole supply chain.
It's a holistic view, recognizing that it takes a whole industry effort. It's impressive how much thought and effort they're putting into each of these pillars. They're not just checking boxes, they're making real investments.
Taking action to reach those goals.
It's a company that's not content with the status quo, pushing boundaries, exploring new possibilities, striving to lead.
And doing it in a way that's both innovative and responsible. It's not just about profits, it's about a more sustainable future.
A winning combination. Okay, folks, we've covered a lot today about International's strategy. Analyzed everything from CES to internal comms, and we found some really interesting stuff.
We have, and now it's time to put it all together. What's the big picture here? What does this mean for the future of trucking?
That's the million-dollar question. One of the biggest takeaways for me is that tech is changing trucking fast, and International's right there on the leading edge.
Absolutely. They're not just reacting, they're shaping the change. Their commitment to innovation, especially AI, electrification, autonomous tech, it's setting them up to be a major player in the future of transportation.
And it's not just throwing money at the latest shiny thing. They're strategic about the tech they choose, focusing on what aligns with their values and goals.
Right. It's not about trends. It's about using tech to make things better. Customer experience, efficiency, sustainability, that holistic approach is impressive.
It's like they're playing 3D chess while everyone's stuck on checkers.
So we've talked a lot about international. What about the competition? How do they stack up?
Great question. It's a tough crowd out there. Daimler, Volvo, Tesla, everyone wants a piece of the pie. But I think International has some key advantages. First, their history in the trucking world gives them a strong base of expertise and customer relationships.
They've been around, they know the game. Second, they're not afraid of innovation, investing heavily in R&D, partnering with top tech companies.
And they're good at integrating that new tech, right? It's not just bolting on features, it's a seamless experience.
Exactly. And lastly, they've got a clear vision, and they're executing it with focus. That four-pillar strategy is a solid roadmap for growth.
So even though it's competitive, International seems well-positioned.
I agree. They've got the experience, the innovation, the vision. They're set up for success.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, exploring International strategy. But before we go, one last thought. We've seen how they're using tech to transform trucking. But what about the bigger picture? How will this affect our economy, our environment, our lives?
That's the real question, isn't it? A more efficient and sustainable trucking industry could mean lower costs, fewer emissions, safer roads. But there are questions too. Jobs, impact on communities.
It's complex, no easy answers. But it's a conversation we need to have. That's what we try to do here at South Texas Cast. Spark those conversations. Encourage you to think critically.
Stay curious. There's always more to learn.
If you want to dig deeper into International, check out their website, especially the Executing the Priorities page. Great resource to stay updated. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to South Texas Cast on YouTube for more deep dives into business and tech. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.